Hey pack leaders, this is Steemit, friends or irony, protecting families by protecting the pack. Today was a brutal day. Yes, Bitcoin came down from 12. Well, we took a loss here. Well, also $500 loss, and then it came back up to 900, and then it kind of did about the same or more. Actually, about a good $800 drop, but it was a nice gradual drop. Okay, so we were able to kind of, what we learned here, it kind of did wig me out. We kind of got out okay. And then there's a couple more liquidations that happened because the mark price kind of snuck through the stop that we had. And that could happen too, where you place your stop. The mark price is not the actual price, but the average price. If that average price passes your liquidation, which is maybe down here, it'll just liquidate you. So sometimes it's weird where the mark price could actually be over $100 ahead, right? And you enter like right here, and your liquidation is like right there, and the mark price is already below that. It'll just wipe you out immediately. So we built in a check for that to make sure that the mark price is not within where we're entering. And that was another lesson learned. It's like we keep entering and boom, done, boom. Like it's not even hitting our price, and the actual last price is like above it, right? And it's just weird. But anyways, that's what happens too, where we have a $10 little stop, and the last price is up here, but the mark price is way below, and that'll sneak through your stops and liquidate you. So that happened to me today. So, and then we kind of like regained a little bit up here, and then whatnot. And so I think overall I'm probably about maybe 5, maybe 6 or 7, I don't know, maybe 6. I say maybe 500 or so, maybe maybe 6. Let me show you. So that's what we learned today. So I kind of adjusted the files so that make sure that as we're coming down, our trend wasn't actually registering as a trend. It just kept registering sideways, so it kept trying to enter. And so we've kind of made sure that we have a bigger time frame now. It's a lesson, expensive tuition we have to pay, so that when it does trend, we're going to try to be able to get up on these shorts here. As it comes up short, and then let it take profit or hit our profit target. Okay, so we don't take profit anymore, and sometimes when we're in, we kind of take profit too early too, which is another thing. So the price action has to be really small for us to really take profit on our own. Otherwise, we'll let it, hit our goals. Okay. So going here, let's go look at over here now. I think I have this new settings file running, and it is now registering sideways as far as we know on a 30-60 time frame. So this is kind of like my gauge here, where I can kind of see what things are going, what time frame here. Now that it's within this 11,400, 11,120, so it's the price is 11,33. So between 11,4 and 11,2, this is my low and my high for the last 3 hours. So if it stays within these prices, it'll be sideways. And as this tightens up, that's gonna trail in tighter and tighter too until it breaks out. Then that's when we're gonna know when it trend. And then when it trends, we're going to let it go. We're going to let it take profit. We're going to raise up our defenses. We're going to put our traps in. Stops are a little tighter so that we need to reverse when we reverse quickly. And also we leverage if the price action's gotten higher so that we don't get liquidated kind of thing. So like, we can do higher leverage when it's not moving more than $100. So each of these lines are $100. If it's just moving right here, $100, $150 is more than enough to kind of cover these, especially with DCAing kind of thing and getting in and out. But as soon as it breaks that line, that's where we need to start to switch, and that's where our stops will come in really tight to close it out, reverse that direction, and come back down. Okay, and once we come back down, we have a tendency of taking profit too quickly. And every time we enter, it's a risk to enter, and so we want to actually ride it down as much as we can. So I have take profit taken off, so we don't take profit too early. But it's fine to take profit early here because it's just always up and down, up and down, up and down. So you actually have to go and grab that profit. Okay, but once it goes and continues, you don't want to take profit too early, because then you have to enter again. You enter the wrong spot, whatever kind of thing, and it sucks. Okay. All right, so I guess let me show you what my big loss for today. And the thing is that, you know, so I think I was up to like 1,800. Now I'm down to 6, so I think I lost 2/3 of my account already. Close P&L. You want to calculate it or not? Here's the 2 big losses. These are $200 losses here. There, so that makes it 400 right there. And so these are 11th, right? Yeah. From this point on, and then if you want to count this, that's another 600 from last night, I guess, from that big old whatever that was. So about $600, and we try to gain a few back. Tried, but maybe we recovered maybe about 50 to 50 bucks back, maybe, and that's where we are. So I'm not gonna calculate this, put in a spreadsheet, because it's like, all right. So we're gonna see what happens. So I'll keep reporting to you guys, good and bad. Kind of give you the emotional roller coaster ride of it all and how I'm taking it, because I don't know. I think I've done it to a point where it's like, I mean, not that it's a good thing, you know. Of course, you want to feel bad. I mean, we've been through that. We've felt bad. We pick ourselves up by the bootstraps, I guess, and you kind of call it. And you kind of, you know, drag yourself back on the computer and you learn from it. Okay, what did I learn today? How can I make things better? And I know before we were just not having consistently like steady gains at all, right? Now that we're getting steady, consistent gains, now it's just these drops that we have that we need to solve that are taking us out. There's times where it'll constantly get in and out, but we're not making, like, it'll be gain one day, loss another, gain one day, loss another. Gain. So right now we're getting a little more consistently days, but now we just have these big old drops that we need to solve. So we're kind of changing up our strategy a little bit, so we kind of revert back a little bit and change, revert back and change, and go from there. So thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.